Dear viewers, subscribers and patrons, match. What we are going to witness is a match between Navneedh, Kutty and Sanmadhi. They will be playing against Salena, Deepthi and Tanuja. Tanuja and Salena Deepthi will be representing KTTC, and Navneedh, Kutty and Sanmadhi will be representing VAVE India. So it's a highly contested match, very high intensity, because all the players are all very good players. It is a battle between the giants and Solala, where two women are contesting against one woman and one man. Navneedh Kutty, former state champion, upcoming boy, being coached at Raman High Performance Table Tennis Center. And of course, yes, Sanmadhi she is a veteran of all these, which has done very well in the women in the national level. And on the other side, Salena Deepthi, she has brought in lot of accolades to herself as well as to Tamil Nadu. And Tanuja, of course, yes, she is on the rising state, a wonderful player. KTTC has picked up excellent players in terms of their choices. We are witnessing the doubles match between VAVE India and KTTC. Strategizing, I do not know whether they have already played doubles together, but these are all one-off matches. Whether the other person knows about the opponents or not, but then they come on the table and then play. And now understanding what you get on the fly is more important rather than really understanding the game and stuff. They are not going in for the kills as of now. This is how doubles has to be played, because you will have to be absolutely enabling your co-player, your partner, to play more rather than trying to be dismissive and trying to literally blast off all the, unless and until you are confident, you don't do that. அந்த மாதிரி அடிச்சா அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு வாட்டி அடிச்சா 100 வாட்டி அடிக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்குது அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு தலைவரோடைய ஒரு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் மாதிரி இருந்ததுன்னா அடிக்கலாம். அதுதான் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. இப்போ சலீனா தீப்தி பார்த்தோன்னாக்கா ஒரு பிரமாதமான ஒரு ஃபோர் ஹேண்ட் ஒரு டிரைவ் பண்ணாங்க. அந்த பேக் ஹேண்ட் ஆஃப் நவ்னீத் எடுக்க முடியல. தனுஜா ஆன் சர்வ், ஷார்ட் சர்வ். The top spin was too much. அதனால the block பண்ண உடனே தமால்னு வெளில போயிட்டு பாருங்க on the return. So effectively the top spin was imparted by Navneedh Kutty, blocked by Tanuja. The return was filled with so much of spin that Sanmadhi தொட்ட உடனே பால் வெளில balloon ஆயிடுச்சு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா. So effectively these are all the things that happens in table tennis, because the more and more power you exert, it may not have value, especially in a doubles match. You will have to impart more of revolutions, which will effectively stay on until the third ball. So effectively, these are all the things that you learn while playing doubles. And of course, yes, you can also implement them while playing singles, which we saw in the previous match where Vishruth Ramakrishnan was executing those revolutions time and again and getting those brownie points against Akash Rajavelu. That the game is such a stunner that by the time you start the match, and suddenly you look weak and you will feel that you're not in the game. The beautiful blocks by either side, and you see Salena Deepthi's top spin evoking a very good response from Navneedh Kutty, but then the subsequent block was not. And that's an excellent punch which was given by Navneedh Kutty onto the body of Tanuja. Tanuja not able to really do anything except feel the flinch of missing it. The hard cuts, the hard undercuts, doing the trick there as ball under the ball poitu light வைக்கும்போது, even that is not good enough for the blocks. பார்த்தோம்னாக்கா ரொம்ப நல்லா அருமையாக பாருங்க. சர்வீஸ் போட்ட உடனே the ball bounces up and Sanmadhi is not able to control it near the net. Ball spoons off. As a result, it gives an opportunity for your opponents to literally have a go. By the time the match started, the first set is down, and Salena, Deepthi as well as Tanuja, they have knocked off this first set. We'll jump into a very, very short break. We'll get back very soon. Welcome back, viewers, subscribers. பார்த்தோம்னாக்கா ரொம்ப அருமையான டபுள்ஸ் மேட்ச் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு. VAVE India being represented by Sanmadhi and Navneedh Kutty, and KTTC being represented by Salena, Deepthi and Tanuja. Salena on serve. Navneedh Kutty trying to have a go at blasting it, but then the ball just touching the net and then dropping off. So effectively, these are all the understanding of the game. பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா திடீர்னு டம்முன்னு அடிக்க போறாரு, but the ball he was not quite in position அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவேன். He went ahead with that shot because after having got committed, you cannot go back. அந்த மாதிரி scenario இருக்கு. So once you get committed, you will have to immediately go for it. You cannot at that time think yes or no. சொல்ல முடியாது. அந்த நேரத்தில் it will become a very, very difficult scenario to really put the ball back. So once you go with the shot, it might land, may not land. That you will have to go forego that, and then you'll have to go ahead with the next point. So this is how the game moves on. You realize your mistake and then probably try to avoid committing the same mistake again. அருமையான டச் பட் ஜர்க் பண்ணி விட்டாங்கன்னு சொல்லுவான். பாருங்க எவ்வளோ ஜர்க், எவ்வளோ she has imparted so much of revolutions into the ball. நவநீத் குட்டி சும்மா தொட்ட உடனே சர்ன்னு அப்படியே நெட்டுக்குள்ளே போயிடுது அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். Navneedh Kutty on serve. Short serve giving the result. Salena Deepthi trying to push it in the backhand corner of Sanmadhi. The ball அப்படியே இழுத்துன்னு போய் பலூனாய் வெளில போயிடுச்சு. This time she cuts the angle and then puts it in the quadrant very near to Sanmadhi, who pushes it back. Tanuja trying to dismiss it, not able to. பார்த்தீங்கன்னா so much of undercut இருந்திருக்கு அந்த பால்ல. அங்கே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா undercut and Navneedh Kutty trying to top spin it, not definitely understanding the amount of revolutions it had in the undercut. A quick turn around, step around and then trying to literally put it back, but unfortunately the ball was a bit hasty enough to reach out of the table. பார்த்தீங்கன்னா beautiful backhand block swap by Salena, earning a point for them. Sanmadhi on serve. Oh, serve is fault. மாதிரி இதெல்லாம் நடக்கிறதுக்கு வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. But of course, yes, you will have to take it in your stride and march on. அதையே நினைச்சிட்டு இருந்தா you cannot progress. So effectively, you are again looking at the next opportunity to score a point. And there is Tanuja on the serve. Wonderfully, controlled and played by both Navneedh and Sanmadhi. That time getting a brownie point. Tanuja was not able to really control her top spin. The ball jetting out. Trying to dismiss that ball. Salena Deepthi perhaps overdoing it, and the ball just eluding the table, running out. Point to Navneedh and Sanmadhi. 3 point line எடுத்திருக்காங்க. Will they be able to continue? No, not now, because Navneedh trying to push it on the backhand corner, only finding the net in between. Navneedh on serve, and what a blast that was on the forehand corner of Sanmadhi. Undume Panule evoking absolute no response from Sanmadhi. She was not even in the picture. The ball just trailblazed away into the far corner. For simple nag down the backhand, and that was a point very well earned, very intelligently earned in Solvan. The second set ends there. Pocketed the second set, both the Salena, Deepthi and Tanuja. We'll jump into a very, very short break. We'll be back soon. You're back, subscribers. அருமையான மேட்ச் பாயிண்ட் இருக்கு between KTTC and VAVE India. KTTC represented by Salena, Deepthi and Tanuja, and VAVE represented by Sanmadhi and Navneedh Kutty. பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா Tanuja was trying to do a little bit of a flip on the forehand drive, but unfortunately not able to. Salena trying to go in for that swish on the forehand drive, not finding the net in between. Navneedh Kutty on serve, short serve, nalla undercut potundaru. Perhaps Tanuja was a bit surprised அப்படினு சொல்லுவேன் on the amount of undercut that the ball had. Place பண்றதுக்கு ட்ரை பண்றாங்க Salena, Deepthi, but unfortunately the ball just eludes out of the table and then balloons out. Navneedh Kutty had to only catch the ball. நிறைய enforced errors பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க both Salena as well as Tanuja in the matchல பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கோம். That was not the case in the earlier 2 sets. Of course, yes, the rectification will come in shortly. இதே மாதிரி தான் அந்த கிளஸ்டர்ல வாங்க எடுக்கிறாங்க பாருங்க பாயிண்ட், where Sanmadhi and Navneedh Kutty are now getting the points on the cluster. பார்த்தீங்கன்னா beautifully executed top and forehand drive on the forehand of Tanuja. ஒண்ணுமே work பண்ண முடியல. Now Navneedh Kutty and Sanmadhi have established a very, very comfortable lead in the Solvan. Of course, yes, Salena is breaking that cluster and then trying to get into the match in any form, whatever might be it is. Fantastic drive down the forehand corner by Sanmadhi, getting them a point, very, very important point, this particular structure of the game. The session la in the point eduthadan you will be able to hold back on the wonderful block by Sanmadhi. Pagaram, the brilliance of her play in terms of pushing it down the backhand corner of Salena Deepthi, who had to turn her shoulder turn பண்ணக்கூடாது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நிறைய கோச்சஸ் சொல்லுவாங்க. But of course, yes, this time Sanmadhi's reaction in terms of putting that on the forehand corner, slight wavered, losing out on that particular point. All the players, whenever they try to do it stealthily, but unfortunately அது பண்ணும்போது they will have the confidence, but at the end of the day when they are not able to, that is the time they literally break down and then becomes very frustrating. Tanuja on serve, hard drive by Navneedh Kutty, just finding that top of the net and then the ball sizzled out. பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா great speed. He only would have wished that the ball would have touched the edge of the table, but that was not the case to be. As Sanmadhi on serve, wonderful rally point irukku, and Salena Deepthi exactly knows how to finish it, putting it in the far corner because Navneedh Kutty was expecting it to the backhand, but then far corner the forehand la போட்டு தள்ளி விட்டாங்க. Navneedh Kutty had no other choice but to just go and get the ball. The third set has been pocketed by VAVE India. Very well played Navneedh and Sanmadhi, and getting this important set. 2-1 is what Salena, Deepthi and Tanuja of KTTC lead in this particular match. We'll jump into a very, very short break. We'll get back soon. Subscribers, we are back. The second, the fourth set. Yes, of course, yes, there is a timeout call. எதுக்கு timeout எடுத்துக்கிறாங்கனாக்கா suddenly last set win பண்ணிருக்கோம். Suddenly what went wrong அப்படிங்கறத அனலைஸ் பண்றாங்க. அனலைஸ் பண்ணும்போது now yes again இந்த மாதிரி மிஸ்டேக்ஸ் நிறைய பண்றீங்க. கிளஸ்டர்ல போகும்போது இந்த மாதிரி மிஸ்டேக்ஸ் பண்றதுனால தான் போகுதுங்கறத அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணி அதை வந்து ஏற்றி விட்டுறாங்க the players-க்கு, and the players go realize and then they try to do something different. So that is how this timeout concept has to be worked on, because timeout is not something which they want a rest or something like that. It's not so. ஒரு நல்ல progressive intensity filled up போயின்னு இருக்கும்போது nobody wants rest, but then the change in strategy, the change in the look in, the change in the way you think, அதுக்காக தான் அந்த டைம் அவுட்லாம் எடுத்துக்கிறாங்க. அப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா அருமையாக அந்த டைம் அவுட் எடுத்த உடனே இந்த ஃபென்டாஸ்டிக் பாயிண்ட் விச் வாஸ் earned அதுதான் நம்ம பார்க்குறோம். Brilliant forehand drive down the center court. Sanmadhi on serve. The ball hisses the net and then it is a reserve. So let call அப்படிம்பாங்க. Blast down the forehand corner and that was a point absolutely earned. In fact table tennisல பார்த்தோம்னாக்கா 2-3 விதமான பாயிண்ட்ஸ் வரும். ஒன்று வந்து forced winners, ரெண்டாவது unforced errors. Unforced errors கம்மி பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிறது தான் நிறைய கோச்சஸ் சொல்லுவாங்க. Forced winners பண்ணுங்கன்னு சொல்ல மாட்டாங்க, but then if you can get it, nothing like it. பாருங்க அருமையா rally build up பாயிண்ட் இருந்தது. Of course yes, everybody gets tempted to literally finish the rally. அந்த temptation தான் இருக்கக்கூடாது, especially when playing doubles. When you try to finish a rally, அந்த நேரத்தில் you become slightly inconsistent, and the inconsistency only leads you to losing points. Short serve by Tanuja. Arumya backhand swipe by Navneedh Kutty, getting that extra point for VAVE India. Navneedh Kutty, an upcoming youngster, who's risen through the ranks. Arumya, he has understood the game to perfection. That is what I would reckon. Because there have been people who have been playing for years, but then Navneedh Kutty has risen through the ranks in double quick time. Because even about 2 years ago, he was able to reach to the men's level. And the ballooning effect caused because of the pimple rubber is giving a lot of concern not only to the opponent but also to the players themselves, and you will not be able to control the ball beyond a particular limit in terms of the counter ball or the spin ball. Spin ball nalla counter pannalam, counter ball counter பண்ணும்போது there will be a lot of mistakes, there will be a lot of errors which will sneak in unless and until you are absolutely competent in terms of usage. Like for example, a Manika Batra, full of absolute command over the pumple rubber. Undercut, so much of undercut imparted, and Navneedh Kutty couldn't really guesstimate the amount of undercut and had to push the ball back into the net on a top spin. Sanmadhi on serve. Very good attempt, the intent was good. Tanuja trying to push the ball back into the backhand corner of Navneedh, but then ended up only putting the ball, ballooning the ball out. Effectively, the status remains the same. You try to push it, you try to place it, and then smothering whatever spin is there on the ball, but then the ball balloons and gets carried out of the table. So that is one thing which we have observed. Tanuja on serve, and that was to be hit, and unfortunately sometimes it so happens when you are at the top of your intensity, you try to push the ball back and then try to cover it up with a top spin, but then unfortunately the ball just goes into the net. Probably Sanmadhi wanted to have it near the net and drop it, but unfortunately it did not cross beyond the net. Same status had applied to Salena as well. She also tried to go in for a forehand drive, but unfortunately the amount of undercut was misunderstood. So reverse pendulum by Navneedh. That was good enough to give them a point to Navneedh and Sanmadhi. They are still in the game. Of course, having lost a lot of points in a cluster in the beginning stage, Navneedh Kutty's intention was to give a lot of revolutions on that ball. Of course he did, but then the ball brushed the net and then spun off outside the board. So the Marila because when you impart quite a lot of revolutions, you try to minimize the distance between the net and the end of the board. So effectively, minimize effectively you end up thrashing it on the net and then leaving it around. Now there is a fourth set goes towards Navneedh and Sanmadhi. We'll jump into a very, very short break. Now we'll come to the decider. Before getting into the decider, we'll get into a short break. We'll be back. Welcome back, subscribers, viewers. Doubles match where Salena, Deepthi and Tanuja are partnering each other. They are pitted against Sanmadhi and Navneedh Kutty. This is the open doubles. The effect of pimple is shown there. About a light scratch on the ball, and the ball comes back as a counter. You will not have the grip in terms of soft rubber. The effect was very visible. Sanmadhi trying to knock it off with an absolute aggressive forehand drive, but unfortunately the ball refuses to touch the table. And the twiddling of that bat, because as she was getting ready, Sanmadhi was trying to give an impression that she was going to serve with the soft rubber, but then unfortunately when the serve happened, it was with the other side of the bat, the other side of the bat being pimple, so you disguise it, you camouflage it, and then you have a quick twiddle. So these are all the twiddling has come into effect of late. Manika Batra pathina ball rally ball She goes through a twiddle, and the twiddling பண்ணும்போது you are left with thinking whether the ball is coming off the pimple or the soft rubber. So அந்த நேரத்தில் the damage that it causes onto the brain in terms of understanding the ball and then deciding whether to go for the kill or to just push it back, it gives a lot of room for debate. And there's Salena as well as Tanuja going in for a timeout call. We'll jump into a very, very short break. Be back soon. Welcome back, subscribers. After the timeout, again the point is won by VAVE India, the team of Sanmadhi and Navneedh Kutty. A side change, with this being a decider point, 5 point, there will be a side change to ensure that equal opportunity is given to the players when they go into the fifth set. In terms of sides, ரெண்டரை மேட்ச் ஒரு சைடில் ஆடுவீங்க, இன்னொரு டீமும் ரெண்டரை மேட்ச் இன்னொரு சைடில் ஆடுவாங்க. Effectively, that is the significance. You give equal opportunity to both the players from both ends. So aggression is a sort of defense அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. When the ball balloons up, அந்த நேரத்தில் வந்து you will have to go for the kill. So பார்த்தீங்கன்னா balloon ஆகுது, அந்த நேரத்தில் Navneedh Kutty just cashed on it and then wrapped it up with a fantastic thundering shot down the forehand. Brilliant play by Navneedh on the backhand corner of Salena, imparting lot of revolutions. Salena trying to block it, but the ball wish pass, easy forehand top spin அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்லலாம். But then when you play there, you know the challenges that you meet out. Navneedh Kutty was absolutely in control of that ball, but unfortunately when he executed it, the net came in between. That's the mystery of this game. When you really play this game, the higher levels, you think that the ball is there to be hit and you go ahead with that shot. Either the opponent blocks it and then you lose a point, or it finds the right spot and then gets you a point. So effectively these are all things which you will not be able to control during the match scenario on the fly. So that is the mystery surrounding this game. Tanuja on serve. Navneedh Kutty goes in for an expansive drive on the forehand corner, but unfortunately not able to really meet the table. So that sums up that particular point where Navneedh Kutty trying to exhibit a little bit of aggression, perhaps not able to let call. Wonderful rally that was, and very importantly Navneedh Kutty and Sanmadhi kept the ball on the rally, and Navneedh Kutty at the appropriate time whacked out a forehand corner drive, and that resulted in a very important point for VAVE India. And there again he goes, Navneedh Kutty hammers it in the backhand corner, and Salena Deepthi had to be content in just pushing the ball back into the net. Because you might be one of the best players, but then that is no guarantee that you will win the doubles tournament, doubles match, because the doubles is more about how you connect as a team and how you understand the functionality of both the players. and how you function as a team. The fulcrum is you lose out 2 or 3 points at the very, very critical hour, that too the very, very tense situation. Suddenly you find that you're going down, and then by the time you hold your breath, your mind says, no, I will go in for my strokes, and your coach says, no, you'll have to go a bit slow. So there is a big poratam, a fierce battle between the minds, where finally Navneedh Kutty hammers down one on the body of Salena Deepthi, and there ends that match, the high intensity match between VAVE India and KTTC, I'm sorry, wherein VAVE India prevailing over KTTC in this interesting doubles match. We'll just jump into a very, very short break. We'll be back soon.